You don't need to be so selfish. And if you start experimenting with giving stuff away, because you guaranteed, man, there is stuff that you have that you don't need. You literally don't need, like in your garage, that you covet, kind of like there's shit you covet that you don't need, you're not going to use, or you have like a hoarder mentality where you're like, well, I might sell it one day,
right?
Or who knows, I'm going to definitely need this vibrating bed one day, or whatever the fucking thing is that you have. You don't need it. So you could do an experiment where you try to give it away, not to a charity or foundation, but you figure out someone in your community who maybe needs that thing for real, like someone who could actually use it. It doesn't have to be some lofty thing either. Maybe you got like an old fucking Xbox in your garage and your friend doesn't have an Xbox. Give your friend the Xbox just for fun. You could do these little experiments, and when you do it, wow, it feels good. It like is a really great feeling to start offloading shit you don't need into the community of friends and family and people around you who are fucking, some people really need stuff, man. And like, it won't hurt you at all. And so that to me is like, when you talk about, well, could Burning Man turn into a civilization? I don't know. Probably not. Like, you know who, well, I won't say who it is, but one of my friends was out there and he works out there, and I'm like, not high on psychedelics, but I'm looking around and I know he's been going there for a long time, and I'm like, could this become society? And he's like, no. He's like, if these people were out here for more than 4 weeks, they'd start killing each other. Now,
He's probably right.
We're
not ready for that yet. We're ready for a couple weeks at a time.
A couple weeks at a time, but
it's only 52 in a year.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you can actually just kind of start experimenting with not being selfish.
Yeah.
You know?
Or how about, instead of looking at it as a negative, just experiment with being generous.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think of generosity as the ability to drop little love bombs.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I've always tried to approach it.
I've seen you do it, man. Those aren't little fucking love bombs you leave. I've seen, I've seen some fucking weeping waitresses when I turn back to look as you're walking away, man. And like that thing that you're doing there, that's it. Like that thing, everyone can do that. You don't have to be the host of the UFC to be able to, so like, God forgive me. Birdie, man.
I tried to explain this to someone who was saying that it was a stupid thing to do. I was like, you have to think of, they were saying that like they're going to expect it. Every time a rich person goes there, they're going to expect larger tips, and it's really not proportionate to the service that they've given you. But you can make someone happy. You make someone happy, and you don't feel the difference. The difference between you leaving a 1 number on a check for a tip, and they go, "Oh, that was a good tip," or another one, and they go, "Holy shit!" Like now they feel really good, like they just got a gift. Like that's what the tip thing is. The tip thing's a gift.
That's it.
I mean, it's one of the rare things that we have in our culture where you could express gratitude in a numerical amount. I mean, I'm not saying that's the only way to express gratitude, because of course there's a way to express it with your words and your love and all that good stuff. But you can express gratitude in a tip form where there's a number you can attach to it.
Yeah.
Like if the bill is $50 and you leave $50, people go, "Holy shit." And to a lot of people, the difference between $100 in your bank and $50 in your bank is not really, you're probably not going to feel that.
For some people you will, but
some people you will. But
I was just,
if you can do it.
I went to visit my dad in Florida, and my girlfriend and I, we went to this arcade that gives out tickets, like one of those arcades that dispenses tickets. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you play fucking skee ball or whatever. It's like it's like a casino for babies, right? So it prints these fucking tickets out. You take the tickets to the counter, and you get like a piece of shit thing that you'll never use, like a nasty like bear made of like Chinese asbestos or something, so like the exchange is dumb anyway. So these tickets, we ended up accruing this massive pile of fucking tickets, right? And so we're standing there looking at this junk, and then I look down, and I'm sure other people out there have done this. There's like a kid who's got a tiny little bit of tickets, and he's like looking at like the candy, the little bit of tickets, and I'm like, "Hey kid, take this." Gave him this huge fucking stack of tickets. Dude, the look on that kid's face, and him and his brother like, "Oh my God." That look is way more valuable than any kind of piece of shit behind the counter, right?
Of course.
That is the essence of it, man. It's like the when you drop these love bombs off, this is not a one-sided thing. You're walking away feeling really good because you know what you just did. You impacted a person's week. This person might not have money to get their kids fucking groceries that week, man. Now they do. They might not have been able to make rent. Now they can. You're walking away having created that shift in a person's universe. As temporary as it may be, it's still a shift in the direction of the positive, right? So what you've done there, as far as I'm concerned, is a kind of magical act, a kind of miracle. And anyone can do this, man. Like you like, dude, there were like people who would go around with like spray bottles and just spray your sunglasses off for you, which out in the desert is really important because all the sand gets caught in there and you can't fucking see. That's what they had to give. You know, it was just like helping you in that way. But just that was still fucking cool, man.
Right. So they're giving a service to people and they don't expect anything out of it.
That's it.
They're just doing it for love.
Anyone can do that. There is definitely something you can do that you're not doing, and you're not doing it not because you're selfish. You're not doing it just because you haven't even realized you can do it.